Hey, what is up, YouTube and G.I. Joe collectors, and welcome back for another installment of Collecticon G.I. Joe reviews. Today we will be covering Recondo, one of my favorite characters of all time from G.I. Joe in general. And this one here is from the G.I. Joe Pusuit of Cobra line. Here he is, Recondo, Jungle Combat Specialist. One of my all-time favorites. A little backstory on this guy is, you know, I'm what, no more than 9 years old or something like that, and I'm at the flea market with my dad. He gives me $2. You know, back then that was like a lot of money, you know, and I would always say, all right, get a, you know, a used figure. You know, they have like the dollar figures on the table, and maybe a comic book out of the dollar box, and I ended up getting Recondo, the original one from the 80s, for $1, man, and he actually came with all of his accessories, which was cool, so he was complete for $1. And then, you know, a little blast from the past. Now, this isn't the actual one from the 80s, but it is definitely the cartoon rendition of the character in his likeness right there. And that's actually from a comic pack, or not a comic pack, but a kind of a rare release pack that they did at a few stores here and there. And here he is today. You know, so I mean, this guy has always stuck with me over the years in my collection. Well, today we're talking about this guy. What made me grab him, it's just loaded with accessories from top to bottom. Alright, so let's just jump right into him. First of all, we'll let you guys take a good look at him. Get your little side profile there. And this guy's got all kinds of bits, all kinds of gear on him. Comes with a stand that has his name on it. Pretty standard stuff for this line. Well, I love this pack here. Now this pack here is like, from what the best I can tell, these are like some solar panels, and he's actually got a generator of some sorts on this thing to power it, and this is like some sort of comm link. Now what's interesting about that is this part right here, guys, you can actually pull it out, right? Just like that, I guess, to jump start it, and then it kind of retracts back in, so that's pretty cool. So really good feature on this backpack there. Love this. Great for communications. Now, if you guys are familiar with my work, as you can tell, I kind of like realism, so I'm going to actually paint these panels to look more realistic. But other than that, I mean, this is a great accessory, very useful. So I'm going to do some things as far as touching that up. But a great accessory for you guys out there that want realism and functionality in your toys. I like that. Also, the Barrett. Check that out. Some of the camouflage on it. So he has wraps on the grips of the Barrett as well as the stock there. Really cool. That's nice. Little 50 cal sniper rifle. I always figured that he should have something like that, being that he's trekking around in the jungle, and he's probably going to want to rack up a whole bunch of long range kills. So that's a great adaptation to the figure. Also here, a pretty standard assault rifle here, one of the newer ones. I'm not familiar with what actual model that is. I do know on the bottom it appears to have what I think is a M203 grenade launcher, but I do believe this rifle is in the M16 family, so take that off, let you guys see it. And if anyone has any more information on that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that's what that is. Also, his hat is removable. I know if you guys are wondering if you don't have this guy yet. The hat is removable. Now, that was one of the things that in the original run in the 80s that kind of was a bummer. His hat, you know, most of the hats were stuck to these guys. So, the hat being removable, big ups to Hasbro for that. I think they're really taking the time to kind of, you know, tighten up their action figures and kind of make these things really stand out in terms of something that you'll hold on to for years to come and be proud of and display it in your collection. Also, something that was really neat, because I know most of you guys, if you were anything like me as a kid and you had an active imagination, you would use this guy for Indiana Jones, because I know I did, and everyone else. Well, right here, he has what appears to be some sort of Aztec or Mayan mask, some ceremonial mask there, so that's pretty cool. Like some artifact that maybe he's collected on his travels all around the globe in different jungles. I thought that was pretty neat. And then we move over here to his hatchets. Look at those, man. Those are awesome right there, embedded in the wood there. But those hatchets are cool. Let's see if we can get up under them. Get an overhead here. Ooh, tree in the way. But there we are. There's his hatchets there. And then this was awesome because, you know, this guy's a jungle survival specialist. He's a trapper. He's, you know, sharpshooter, the whole deal. How could he be all that if he, you know, this guy's got to eat, man. So here we are with his bear traps, man. His traps. These are so cool. Just when you think, and they actually kind of work, you know, if you press them down. It's a pretty neat little feature there. So it's kind of, look at that. That is just amazing. And he comes with 2 of those. So like I said, this is a figure, man, that I am just really excited about getting and just loving it. Loving everything about it. And then, you know, like I showed you guys a package art before. One of the other things I wanted to point out, if you didn't see the other video, is, you know, Hasbro's doing the whole scenery thing with their displays, kind of like what we do in articulated comic book art. We've been doing for quite some time. And if you're not familiar with that, go look that up, man. It's articulated comic book art. It was the brainchild of Boog Nice 10, and then there's guys like, you know, us here at Collecticon, and JR Nightmare, Shartimus Prime, Dylan 757, Max Solo, Boxing Type X, you know, Red Hulk 80, Wendy Hulk, Hulk Smash Everything. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that are just doing some really cool stuff. King Beastman. I mean, just to name a few guys. If you're not familiar with that and you're a G.I. Joe guy joining us for the first time, you know, go check those guys out. You can find them on my page too in the subscriptions. And a lot of them are my friends. I mean, just check them out, man. Just amazing stuff. I would like to bring a lot of that to the G.I. Joe realm as well and get you guys involved. So if you're a G.I. Joe guy out there and you want to know more about it, hit me up, personal message, man. We'll talk about it. But we kind of do the whole scenery bit and, you know, posing the figures and just really just trying to capture all the essence of, you know, different genres. And we don't just do Marvel stuff. We do G.I. Joe, Star Wars, whatever. We're trying to, you know, bridge the gaps between different realms. But just to give you guys a little overview of what goes on here at Collecticon Studios. We have a lot of fun here, man. But back to the figure. Awesome figure design. I like his vest. I really like that. His vest, you know, it's looks like a flak vest. Pretty standard, but it's got like reinforced armor plating there. Let's take his hat off for a second so we can maneuver him a little bit better. It's got what appears to be a TAC radio located above his left shoulder there. What else? Let's see. Pants, you know, the design on it, the camo is very subtle. I like that. I like the knee pads because, you know, sometimes you're out there in the middle of a firefight, you need to take a kneeling stance for a while to take cover. You know, that could be hard on your knees, so knee pads are very important. There's his boots there. He's got ankle wraps there for more support. He's got what appears to be some sort of blast armor protection on the sides of his thighs there. Let's see if we can get the vest off. So while we're doing that, I'm going to actually put you guys in on a nice little view of the classic look of this character. We're going to snatch the vest off because this is my first time actually handling this guy out of the package. So I just want to make sure that this can come off readily for you guys so you can get a look at him without the flak vest. So just give me 1 second here. Oh my goodness, this guy looks even more intense without it. You know, I was actually flirting with the idea of customizing this guy, but I think I'm not. I think I'm going to leave him stock. I like the way he looks. I was going to do something really cool with him, and I might snatch another one to do something with. That's a surprise, but right now this guy holds up. I'm really digging him without the vest. He looks like a completely different character altogether. So right now I'm just getting, bear with me guys, I'm getting some really cool ideas just looking at this. But like I said, this is my first time looking at my package as well. But there's the vest on its own. So this is removable and you can switch this out. A lot of times I'll switch these out and put them on other figures and you'll find that it really brings them out and you can come up with so many different things in the world of customizing. That's kind of a lazy bastard custom. But this is just an amazing, amazing figure. Also something else here, a little feature there. On his side here, on his gauntlet, he's got like some, what appears to be like some darts, like maybe wrist rocket darts. You know, my imagination is running away from me. I would imagine these things to be like poison tipped or some sort of trait darts, you know, to quietly take out an enemy or an animal. for either observation or whatever else our minds can think of. But, you know, this is basically my second G.I. Joe review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Recondo from the G.I. Joe Pursuit of Cobra line. I heard that they're going to be changing that and revamping this line, but they're going to stay on course with the design, but change the name and the marketing strategy in terms of, I think, the names of the product lines, but not necessarily how they market the figures, because I'm loving the whole scenery and terrain thing. So that's it, guys. This is Recondo from G.I. Joe Pursuit of Cobra. Rate, comment, subscribe, review, do what you do. If you guys like this and enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. If we get a good response like we did from the last one, we will continue to do these. So until next time, keep collecting and start painting. We're out of here, guys.